Hello everyone, welcome back. The second video, part 2, Pharmaceutical Knowledge Series. Today we are going to see about the pharmacy practice areas. In today's session, what we are going to see is the practice areas in pharmacy. So pharmacy practice in a variety of areas include different community pharmacies, hospitals, clinic, extended care facilities, psychiatric hospitals, and regulatory agencies. Pharmacists themselves may have expertise in a medical specialty. So, the first discussion is on community pharmacy. So, what we see in community pharmacy, this is nothing but a pharmacy which is also known as chemist, what we say in New Zealand, Australia, and in the British Isles, or a drugstore in North America, or the retail pharmacy in industry terminology, is where most pharmacists practice the profession of pharmacy. The community pharmacy, in which the dichotomy of the profession exists, healthcare professionals who are also the retailers. The community pharmacies usually consist of a retail store with a dispensary where medications are stored and dispensed. So, the opening of the first drugstore was recorded by Muslim pharmacist in Baghdad in 1754 AD. So, this is all about the community pharmacy. Going to the next topic in the practice areas is hospital pharmacy. So, pharmacies which are in the hospital differ considerably from community pharmacies. Some pharmacists in hospital pharmacies may have more complex clinical medication management issues and pharmacies in community pharmacy. Often they have more complex businesses and customer relation issues. There is a lot of complications of medications during specific indications, which is the effectiveness of treatment regimes, safety of medications, and patient compliance issues, especially in the hospital and at home. Many pharmacists practicing in hospitals gain more education, and they get trained after pharmacy school through a pharmacy practice residency, and sometimes followed by another residency in a specific area. Those pharmacists are often referred to as clinical pharmacists, and they often specialized in the disciplines of pharmacy. For example, there are pharmacists who specialize in hematology, oncology, HIV, AIDS, infectious diseases, critical care, emergency medicine, toxicology, nuclear pharmacy, pain management, psychiatry, anticoagulation clinics, herbal medicine, neurology, epilepsy management, pediatrics, neonatal pharmacists, and many more. So, hospital pharmacies can often be found with the premises of the hospital. Hospital pharmacies usually stock a large range of medications, including more specialized pharm medications than would be feasible in the community setting. Most hospital pharm medications are unit dose or say single dose of medicine. Hospital pharmacists are trained pharmacy technicians, compound sterile products for patients, including total parenteral nutrition and other medications which are given intravenously. That is a complex process which requires adequate training of personnel, quality care of products, and adequate facilities. Several hospital pharmacies have decided to outsource high risk preparation and some other compounding functions to companies who specialized in compounding. The high cost of medications and drug related technology and the potential impact of medications and pharmacy services on patient care outcomes and patient safety require hospital pharmacies to perform at the highest level possible. So this is how we have seen about the hospital pharmacy. The next part we see about is clinical pharmacy. So clinical pharmacists involve creating a comprehensive drug therapy plan for patient specific problems, identifying goals of therapy and reviewing all prescribed medicines prior to dispensing and administering to the patient. The review process often involves an evaluation of the appropriateness of drug therapy, example, the drug choice, route, frequency, and duration of therapy and its efficacy. The pharmacist must also monitor for potential interactions, drug ADRs, adverse drug reactions, and access the patient drug allergies while they design and initiate a drug therapy plan. Now, coming to the ambulatory care pharmacy, since the emergency of modern clinical pharmacy, ambulatory care practice has emerged as a unique pharmacy practice setting. Ambulatory care pharmacy is based primarily on pharmacotherapy services that a pharmacist provides in a clinic. Pharmacists in this setting often do not dispense but rather see patients in office, visit to manage chronic disease states. In the United States federal healthcare system, ambulatory care pharmacies are given full independent prescribing authority. In some other states, such as North Carolina and New Mexico, these pharmacists, clinicians are given collaborative prescriptive and diagnostic authority. In 2011, the Board of Pharmaceutical Specialties approved the ambulatory care pharmacy practice as a separate board certifications. The designation for pharmacists who pass the ambulatory care specialist certification exam will be the board certificate ambulatory care pharmacist, and this will be the carry the initials of BCA CP. Now, coming to the next topic on compounding pharmacy or industrial pharmacy. A compounding pharmacy specializes in compounding, although they are also dispensing the same non-compound drug products that patients can obtain from other community uh, pharmacists. Another form of compounding is by mixing different strengths of capsules, tablets, yield a desired amount of medication, which has been indicated by the physician, assistant, nurse practitioner, or a clinical pharmacist. Moving forward to the next topic, that is the consulting or the consultant pharmacy, is the area of pharmacy where the consultant pharmacy practices focus on uh, more on medication regimen review than an usual actual dispensing of drugs. Consultant pharmacies are were usually independent business owners, though in the United States, many now work for a large pharmacy management companies such as Omnicare, Kindred Healthcare, or PharMerica. This trend may be gradually reversing as consultant pharmacists begin to work indirectly with patients, primarily because many elderly people are now taking numerous medications but continue to live outside of institutional setting. Some community pharmacies employ consultant pharmacists or provide consulting services. The main principle of consultant pharmacies is developed by Helper and Strand in 1990. This is what we have seen on consultant pharmacy. We have also this veterinary pharmacy, nuclear pharmacy, military pharmacy, pharmacoinformatics specialty pharmacy. When we look about the veterinary pharmacy, this is this pharmacies are sometimes called animal pharmacies because they fall in the category of hospital pharmacy, retail pharmacy, or main order pharmacy. Veterinary pharmacies stock different varieties and different strengths of medications to fulfill the pharmaceutical needs of animals, because the needs of animals as well as the regulations on veterinary medicine are often very different from those related to people. In some jurisdictions, veterinary pharmacy may be kept separate from regular pharmacies. A nuclear pharmacy focuses on preparing radioactive materials for diagnostic tests or treating certain diseases. Nuclear pharmacies undergo additional training specific to handling of the radioactive materials, and unlike in community pharmacy, hospital pharmacies, this kind of nuclear pharmacies typically do not interact directly with the patients. Now, moving to the next topic of military pharmacy. In military pharmacy is a different working environment to civil practice due to the fact that military pharmacy technicians would perform duties such as evaluating medications, orders, preparing medication orders, dispensing medicines. This would be illegal in civilian pharmacies because these duties are required to be performed by a licensed registered pharmacist. In the US military state laws that prevent technicians from counseling patients or doing the final medication check prior to dispensing to patients rather than a pharmacist solely responsible for these duties do not apply. Now, going to the next topic of pharmacy informatics. Pharmacy informatics is nothing but the combination of pharmacy practice science and applied information science. Pharmacy informatics work in many practice areas of pharmacy. However, they may also work in information technology departments or for health care information technology vendor companies. As a practice and specialist domain, pharmacy informatics is growing quickly to meet the major of national, international patient information projects and health system reliability goals. Pharmacists in this area are trained to participate the medication management system deployment and optimization. This was all about the pharmacy informatics. Now going to the specialty pharmacy supply high cost injections, orals, infused or inhaled medications that are used for chronic and complex diseases such as cancer, hepatitis, and rheumatoid arthritis. Unlike a traditional community pharmacy where prescriptions for any common medication can be brought in and filled, specialty pharmacists carry novel medications that need to be properly stored, administered, carefully monitored, and clinically managed. In addition to supplying these drugs, specialty pharmacy also provide lab monitoring, adherence counseling, and assist patients with cost contaminant strategies that needed to obtain their expensive specialty drugs. In the United States, it is currently the fastest growing sector with 19 of 28 newly FDA approved medications in 2013 being specialty drugs. Due to the demand for clinicians who are properly managing these kind of patient populations, the Specialty Pharmacy Certification Board has developed a new certification exam to certify these specialty pharmacists. Along with the 100 questions MCQs, computerized multiple choice exam, pharmacists must also complete 300 hours of specialty pharmacy practice with the past 3 years, as well as 30 hours of specialty pharmacist continuing education with the past 2 years. This was all about the different practice areas in pharmacy. Next, we go to the pharmaceutical sciences. In pharmaceutical sciences, which is nothing but the pharmaceutical research, the pharmaceutical sciences are a group of interdisciplinary areas of study concerned with the design, action, delivery, and disposition of drugs. They apply knowledge from chemistry, biology, epidemiology, statistics, chemometrics, mathematics, physics, and chemical engineering. The pharmaceutical sciences are further divided into specific specialties with four main branches. One is pharmacology. Under pharmacology, we see pharmacodynamics, kinetics, pharmaceutical toxicology, pharmacogenomics. Then we have pharmaceutical chemistry, pharmaceutics, and pharmacognosy. In detail, we are going to see in our upcoming videos. But let me just give you a one-liner explanation about pharmacology. See, pharmacology is nothing but a study of biochemical, physiological effects of drugs on human beings. So, whatever the drugs we are taking, how the drug is acting in our body, what is the biochemical, what is the physiological effect in our body on human beings. That is what we call pharmacology. Under pharmacology, we have pharmacodynamics. See, dynamics, from the word you can say dynamics, the study of cellular and molecular interaction of drugs with the receptors. Simply what we can say, what does the drug does to the body? Pharmacokinetics, the study of factors that control the concentration of drug at various sites in the body. Simply what the body does to the drug. Next, we see pharmaceutical toxicology, the study of harmful or toxic effects of drugs. Pharmacogenomics is nothing but the study of inheritance of characteristic pattern of interaction between drugs and organisms. Next is the pharmaceutical chemistry, the study of drug design to optimize pharmacokinetics and pharmacodynamics and synthesis of new drug molecules, medicinal chemistry. Pharmaceutics is a study and design of drug formulation for optimum delivery, stability, pharmacokinetics, and patient acceptance. Pharmacognosy, the study of medicines derived from natural source, is nothing but called as pharmacognosy. As the new discoveries advance and extend the pharmaceutical sciences, subspecialties continue to be added to the list. Importantly, as knowledge advances, boundaries between these specialties, areas of pharmaceutical sciences are beginning to blur. Many fundamental concepts are common to all pharmaceutical sciences. These shared fundamental concepts from the understanding of the applicability to the aspects of pharmaceutical research and drug therapy. Pharmacocybernetics, also known as pharma-cybernetics, cybernetic pharmacy or cyber pharmacy, is an emerging field that describes the science of supporting drugs and medications using through the application and evaluation of informatics and internet technologies so as to improve the pharmaceutical care of patients. So we'll end the session with here. We'll wait for a couple of minutes for any question that is coming from the audience. Yeah. So any questions that is coming from the audience side? Yeah. All right. So if there are no questions, so today we have discussed about the different practice areas in pharmacy, and also we have seen different pharmaceutical sciences specializations. In our next video, we are going to see in the part 3 series about the future of pharmacy and the journals associated with the pharmacy profession. Okay, friends, this is what I had to share my knowledge today on pharmacy knowledge series. We are going to have an ecstatic and excellent, fantastic knowledge sharing in the upcoming videos. So please stay tuned and do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe my channel. Have a good day, friends. Bye bye.